Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5 a.m. Club. Another day here in Sydney, a little bit overcast, but I've been fortunate to have come across a book, another book summary. My routine every morning is pretty similar. Get up early, shower, get dressed, get on the bus, head to work, and on the way in on the bus I will read a book summary and I will take some notes. And as you can see, here are my notes, and I guess part of the philosophy of Jim's 5 a.m. Club is just to spread the word, to be able to take OPE, other people's experience in terms of books or things, materials that have been written, wisdom that has been captured, knowledge that has been prepared by others, and spread it through this medium. And the book summary that I've got today to take us through is another cracker. It's called The Daily Laws by esteemed author Robert Greene, an author who wrote a wonderful book many years ago, a book that I've read maybe 3 times. It's underlined, I've made notes, annotations, and it's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. So Robert Greene has written a number of books on seduction, on mastery, on so many different topics, very, very deep topics. But his books take the form of laws, and I guess it works in some ways because people like to reference laws. People like to distill life into rights and wrongs or things to do, to capture knowledge and break it down into a rule set. And this book is no different. This book here basically provides a 360 list of daily rules to help us beat the battle of life and to get through the daily struggles. So what the author Robert Greene does in this book is he divides the laws into months. So depending on the month, he will focus on a particular theme, a particular topic, and then for every day throughout the month he will detail a particular law and support it with evidence and put into a historical perspective in terms of what others have done and how they've used it and how they've benefited from it. So a very interesting book, and for people who are looking for ways of, I guess, incorporating daily rules into their lives and having something to contemplate on a daily basis, this book may be something that may bring them joy, may bring them value, may give them an opportunity to think about their lives and structure their activities around that on a daily basis. So it's important to kick the day off with a number of routines, because our life is uncertain. Every single day is uncertain. But what we can do, what each and every one of us can do, is we can bring certainty into our life. And the way we bring certainty into our life is by having a routine first thing in the morning where we can get up earlier than normal and make some extra time in our days. And the best time to do it is, in the morning before life hits us in the face, by reading good material, by contemplating, by exercising, by reflecting, by planning ahead. All of these things are really, really good for each and every one of us, because it enables us to have a slither of control in our lives, because our lives are basically always running out of control or run by others who are controlling our activities. So bringing that control into your daily life first thing in the morning is a recipe for at least maintaining a certain sanity and putting a moat around your sanity. So let's just go through a few of these themes. Obviously I can't go through the 365 laws, daily laws, but it's probably a book that people would best buy and get through on a daily basis. Break it up into small bits and do a different law every day. So for January, the author kicks off with the theme of purpose, where we are all called to discover our calling and to test ourselves with some powerful questions, some powerful daily questions that help us focus on what our purpose is. What are we here to achieve? Because what happens is, over our lives, our purpose ebbs and flows. It gets strong and then it gets weak. We lose focus, we lose energy. So this book here basically allows us in January to focus on what our purpose is. Now, what are we trying to achieve every day? Where is this year leading us to? And then we get to February, and February is all about transformation, transforming yourself. It's about looking at yourself as being an apprentice, a life learner, somebody who's come into the world to learn something and to take that knowledge and take those skills and I guess collaborate and coordinate and join them to your values, and so that you're thinking and doing and wanting the things that gel together, and to be a life learner, to understand that life isn't about just going to school for K to 12. Every single day is a learning opportunity. Every single day is an invitation to participate in life. Which brings us to March. And March is an opportunity for us to master those learnings. And mastery is what it's all about. As we say, each and every one of us have a unique and different calling, but we also have multiple callings where we need to be bold and we need to apply our knowledge and fight the conservatism that sneaks into our lives. We need to be bold and we need to express ourselves, and each of us have a different mission. And once you understand that mission, then you need to go out there and deliver it as best you can. April talks about being the perfect courtier, which means that yes, we need to express ourselves. Yes, we need to follow our path in life and be who we are meant to be, but to be cautious to not outshine the master, to not create enemies along the way, but to collaborate, to work with people so that we can gain without having people throwing spanners in our works and creating a whole host of enemies along the way who will do their most to bring us down. Which brings us to May, and May is all about awareness, where we need to recognize that in our lives there is a level of toxicity. Everyone is a player, everyone is trying to achieve their own goals, and they'll do whatever they can to get to where they want to get to, even if it means trampling all over you, all over your family, all over your dreams. So May is a moment where we can sit back and become more aware of our own lives, our own dreams, but also that we're surrounded by people who have a different mission to us. So we get to June, where we learn the importance of wearing the right mask, wearing the appropriate mask, taking appropriate action, appropriate decisions in order for us to survive and to thrive in this wonderful world, but also a world which is filled with potholes, which has multiple paths, which will lead us into a number of directions. The life that we live is a maze. It's amazing, but it's also a maze which has many paths, many windows, many doors, many dead ends, and many opportunities, as we said before, to experience and to take us to places that we've never been to before. July is all about understanding that we need to become the perfect seducer and to penetrate the heart and minds of those around us. As we've learnt time and time again, people will forget what you say and what you do, but people will never ever forget how they felt or how you made them feel. So just understand that, and that each day we have the gift of giving, have the gift of being someone who can change somebody else's life for the better, which leads us to August. And August is the month where we focus on the theme of persuasion, where we need to be a little smarter, a little bit more resourceful in how we use our skills to persuade people, to soften their resistance. Because you can't take people head on. By taking people head on, what you're basically doing is you're making it harder for yourself, because they harden up, they become tougher, and
please mind the gap. Doors closing. Please stand clear.
There is an art of persuasion, and there is an art of doing what you can to make people soften and go in a particular direction, which is of benefit to them and of benefit to you. So it's a win-win. So we're getting on to September now, and September is all about becoming a grand strategist. But the most important thing of all in our strategy, in our mission in life, is to establish, where possible, a positive position. The author here reminds us that it's very, very easy to be negative and to build an argument based on a negative position. It takes a lot more effort to be positive and to build a positive or establish a positive outcome and a positive momentum. October is all about emotion and learning to come to terms with the dark side. We all have both positive and negative emotions. We are happy and sad, and we need to understand. We need to incorporate these emotions into our lives. We need to embrace them, because we can't eliminate them, we can't escape them, but we can use them for our benefit. So we need to try and learn to eliminate the pain by becoming better at observing those around us. Because as the author says, the future never presents itself unannounced, and through better observation, excuse me, by being more observant, we can basically see where we're heading, where other people are heading, and to shape our course rather than drift and be shaped by the course. November brings us to the theme of realising our higher self and believing in hope. And December takes us to expanding ourselves to the farthest reaches and trying to become one with God and one with our purpose, one with our calling or multiple callings. So I think this is definitely going to be a book that I'm going to get for myself for Christmas. To just go through the 365 daily laws and to read this in conjunction with the Bible and to try and find some alignment, because it's not always going to align, but at least it'll give us an opportunity to think about our lives and to consider our actions. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where once again we kick off the day with a book summary, OPE, other people's experiences, where we're able to delve and sample other people's slithers of life and compare and contrast those slithers to our own experiences, where we can hopefully better ourselves so that we can become, I guess, more in tune with what's trending in the world, so that we can become, as I said before, better versions of ourselves, where we can live, learn and pass it on, because we know that the art of learning is connecting the unknown to the known. The more that we know, the more that we're capable of knowing. The more that we learn, the more that we're capable of learning. So to help each other to become partners in each other's growth and development is one very, very worthwhile goal, and something that drives me, gets me up early in the morning and keeps me up late at night. So I look forward to coming to you again from a different place with a different message of empowerment, where we can highlight and showcase the beauty of Sydney and to prepare us for what's going to inevitably touch us on a daily basis, and hopefully enable us to express ourselves in a loving way. Take care, Yassas, and we'll chat again from Jim on Jim's 5am Club. Bye for now.